Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. That is a quote from the great philosopher Miley Cyrus when she was going under the pseudonym Hannah Montana. I never watched that show as a kid. I just thought it'd be funny to open with that. Good morrow, fellow world walkers. How fare thee? I'm author D.C. Knight, the keeper of tomes, your guide to realms of wonder, tales untold, and the magic of storytelling. But yeah, today on The Writing Rainbow, we are talking about common mistakes beginner writers make, or indie authors make, or basically anyone that wants to publish a book or have their books read by someone. First mistake, not using beta readers or sensitivity readers. You need beta readers, you need editors, specifically sensitivity readers are like if you're white writing a black character, if you're a cisgender man writing a transgender woman character, that kind of thing. You need to have someone of that minority group read over your work and make sure that it's not offensive, that it makes sense, that it's realistic, blah, 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 blah. And beta readers are people that read your work while it's in beta. They tell you what's good, what's bad, what flows well, what's not. I'm incredibly lucky. I have friends and family that do all this stuff for me for free. So, but I also understand that not everyone is that blessed. But if you go on Blue Sky or Twitter or Instagram, or Facebook, for instance, there's so many people that want to be beta readers that will do beta reading for you. Some will do it for free just because they like to read and help, fellow artists. Others want to get paid. Editors always want to get paid usually, and freelance editors and proofreaders. But with beta readers, that can go either way. But yeah, one of the biggest mistakes you can make as a first-time author is not using beta readers, not using sensitivity readers. Next one is falling for vanity publishers. Now, what is a vanity publisher? A vanity publisher is someone, basically, that wants you to pay them to publish your book. Usually it's a lot of money, and usually it is not worth it. Especially when you can do it for free if you know what you're doing or have people that can help you do it. It's really all about money, 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 money for them. I myself fell victim to a couple different vanity publishers once upon a time. I'm going to make a video about that eventually. However, do not fall for these people. They want your money. That's all they want. Basically, they do a sloppy job. They don't really care if the book sells. They're getting all their money from you. So, if you care about your book and you have the money to spend to get them to do this for you and you think it's a good idea, go right ahead. Different vanity publishers are on different levels of horrible. I've heard some that are pretty okay. I've also heard others that are completely shit at what they do, and they're basically just a scam. So, in my opinion, stay away from them, honestly, because even in my case, it wasn't that bad, and they designed a pretty cover for me, but it was not at all what I signed up for. Next mistake, bad covers. And I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but I can't help it. If your book cover is AI art, I'm going to think that you did not write your book, that you got ChatGPT to write it for you. And I do not want to read a book written by a robot. I'm sorry. I don't understand why. Okay, let's not get into this because I have a whole video about AI writing. But the bad covers are not just AI covers. Bad covers... I've seen a lot of bad covers, even on like traditionally published modern like dark romance novels, like TikTok books, a book talk or whatever. They look so badly photoshopped, and just, you can tell that they were photoshopped, so they're not AI, but they look badly photoshopped. They look so bad, like. And these are from people that are traditionally published, so I don't know what's going on, but apparently people are really into bad covers now. And I really don't like the phrase, don't judge a book by its cover, because as a reader, and all the readers I've ever met absolutely judge books by their covers. Saying that about people is a completely different thing, but with a book, if the cover looks like garbage, 9 times out of 10, the writing is also going to be garbage. I'm sorry. Next is not understanding how much of a process being traditionally published is. So, I've never been traditionally published. At once upon a time I thought I was going to be, but again, that was a vanity publisher, so they fucked me over. It takes decades to be published. You don't just email your manuscript to some random publishing house, or publishing houses aren't scouring the internet looking for people with good fan fiction to turn into something. They don't do that. They're not scouting. There's this thing, this magical unicorn thing called a literary agent that you have to get, which is basically just an agent that goes between you and the publisher, and if they like your manuscript, they will try to shop that manuscript around to get it published at different publishers. But I cannot find one. I have never found one, and I don't have the money to pay for one. So, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But we're gonna try this year. But yeah, it takes, like, even people that have money, that can pay for these people, that have contacts and know people in the business, it takes at least like 10 years of non-stop grinding. And this is after the manuscript is done. And not every manuscript is going to be a hit. Some of your manuscripts you're going to have to put down and write another one for your literary agent, because they are that strict. If they don't think your manuscript is going to sell, but they think that you're a good writer and they can put money behind you, they will absolutely tell you this manuscript is garbage, start over. Because that's their job. They're trying to make you money, and they're trying to make them money. Rushing to self-publish. I have made this mistake. This basically means not editing or formatting your book. I was a child, and I was very excited to get my book on physical form, and I rushed to self-publish. I did not edit or format my book, and it came out looking like garbage. I fixed it eventually, but then I took all those down and changed my author pen name because I didn't want to be associated with those travesties anymore. But yeah, edit your book, proofread your book, format your book. If you don't know how, learn. If you can't learn, ask around. No one is going to buy a book that is horribly formatted or clearly not even proofread. Because if I open a book and there's 1,000 mistakes and it's not formatted right, it makes me think you don't care about your book. You don't care about your art. You don't care about your writing. And if you don't care about any of that, why should I? Why should I, as a reader, care about your shit if you don't care about it enough to make it look good for me? Next one is a doozy. Overcharging. No one is going to buy an ebook for $20. No one is going to buy an ebook for $20. No one is going to buy an ebook for $20. I'm telling you now, especially if this is your first book, no one is going to buy an ebook for $20 fucking dollars. Can we stop? Less than 5? 5 is pushing it. Less than 5 is your golden ratio, but 5 is pushing it. I do it 2 to 3. Sometimes 99 cents, baby, because people want a sale. I'm telling you, if you want your shit read, do not charge $20 for a goddamn ebook. Not even $20 for a paperback. $20 for an ebook? Are you kidding? My vanity publisher charged $10 for my ebook. No wonder no one bought the ebook. Because you're fucking stupid. And no, I couldn't change it. They wouldn't let me. It was all them. Another reason not to fall for vanity publishers. They're all in control of everything. Last one. Social media presence. You have to have a presence on at least one social media. Your readers want to engage with you. They want to look at what you're doing, what you're up to, what inspires you. Kind of behind the scenes. I call it between the lines. Behind the scenes, between the lines thing. You need a way to connect to your audience. You need to be able to be in the trenches with them, as you will, if you will. Also, not just your audience, but like around. Follow like Book Talk or I don't know if there's one for Facebook. BookTube. Follow BookTube on YouTube. Follow people that do book reviews. Follow people that do book hauls. Notice the trends. You have to do literally, it's a business. You have to see what's selling so that you can create what is selling. And that also ties back into the literary agent of it all. Because publishers will not buy manuscripts unless they are popular at the time. Unless they are in a theme that is popular at the time. Think when Twilight was a big hit, everyone wanted supernatural romance. And then when Hunger Games was a big hit, everyone wanted dystopian young adults. It comes in waves. Popularity when it comes to book genres is basically the number one thing when it comes to selling your work. So if you want to make it big or get published traditionally, you have to keep up with the trends. Which means you gotta be on social media. I know it sucks, but you gotta. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If you like this little adventure, please by all means hit me with that thumbs up. Have some thoughts? Leave a comment. I read them all. I have books, music, and more available for purchase, and I also have a Patreon if you'd like to support me that way. All links in description. Thank you for your support, fellow world walkers. Until next time, when we meet again at the crossroads. Bye!